The coast does not hurry. It waits. It lets the wind speak first. It lets the water move in silence. And it lets every footprint disappear, as if the day had never been here. But not everything disappears. Some things remain. A line of sand, a white northern sky, the sound of the sea beyond the stones. And there, at the edge between land and water, a wooden sign stands against the horizon. Not a lighthouse, not a tower of flame, only a shape. But sometimes a shape is enough. Enough to guide, enough to warn, enough to be remembered. I am Elderwood. I do not come here to frighten you. I come here to listen. Because some places do not need a legend to feel alive. Some places simply wait until we stand still long enough to notice them. And here, the coast has been waiting for a very long time. This is the beacon at the edge of the sea, a Panoria 360 story. Before the beacon, there is the beach. Before direction, there is distance. Before the sea gives an answer, the coast asks you to stand still. Look around. There is no rush here. The sky is wide. The sand is open. The water moves slowly, as if it has all the time in the world. And perhaps it does. The sea has watched people arrive, with questions, with cameras, with families, with silence, with memories they cannot explain. Then the tide comes in, the tide goes out, and the coast keeps only what it chooses to keep. At first, this may look like an ordinary beach, a place for walking, a place for watching the water, a place where the wind clears the mind. But places like this are never only what they seem. A beach is not empty. It is a border, a soft border, drawn again and again by water, wind and time. Land says, stay. Sea says, move. And between them, we stand for a moment, not fully belonging to either one. That is why the coast feels different. It is not only a destination, it is a threshold. A threshold is a place of change. Behind us, roads, houses, voices, schedules. Ahead of us, water, distance, weather, horizon. And above us, a sky so large that even familiar thoughts begin to feel small. The coast does that. It makes the world wider. It makes people quieter. It reminds us that we are passing through. But the beacon does not pass through. It remains. A fixed point in a changing world. People come and go. Seasons change. Storms arrive. The light shifts. The sand is moved. But the old sign still stands. Some know its name, the Kugelbake. But in this story, the name is less important than the feeling. The feeling of seeing something that was built to be found. A form placed at the edge, not for decoration, not for noise. For those on land, it may be a landmark. For those on the water, it can mean something much deeper. It can mean you are not lost. It can mean the coast is near. It can mean there is still a way home. Out on the water, distance changes everything. A familiar shore can vanish in haze. A safe route can feel uncertain. A line on a map can become a living question. And in that moment, a single shape on the horizon can matter more than 1,000 words. The beacon does not need to speak. It only needs to be seen. Perhaps that is why such places feel powerful. Not because they are loud, not because they demand attention, but because they have stood through so much looking. So many eyes have searched for them. So many journeys have passed them. So many departures and returns have crossed this coast. And after enough years, a sign is no longer only a sign. It becomes a witness. It watched the weather. It watched the ships. It watched the people who come here for a few minutes and leave with something they did not expect to feel. A quietness, a question, a sense that the place has seen more than it will ever tell. I have stood in many places. Forests where paths disappear under leaves. Old roads where footsteps fade into dust. Ruins where stone remember what names forget. But the coast remembers differently. It does not preserve footprints. It removes them. It does not keep our voices. It gives them to the wind. It does not hold still for us. It changed and changed and changed again. And yet, somehow, the feeling remains. That is the mystery here. Not a ghost. Not a hidden monster in the water. Not a story invented to make the dark more dramatic. The mystery is quieter than that. It is the feeling that a place can remember without keeping a single trace. The beach forgets our footprints. The wind forgets our words. The water forgets the shape of every wave it has ever made. But still, when we stand here, we feel something waiting. Something older than the moment. Something patient. Something that does not need to explain itself. The beacon stands at the edge. It is not alive. And yet, it seems to watch. It has no memory. And yet, it seems to hold on. It has no voice. And yet, the whole coast becomes quieter around it. Maybe that is what humans do with the things they build at important places. We build them for use. Then we return to them for meaning. A sign becomes a landmark. A landmark becomes a memory. A memory becomes part of the landscape. And after a while, we no longer know whether we are looking at the place or whether the place is looking back at us. That is Elderwood's question. Who watches the coast? The people who come here? The ships that pass beyond the stones? The old wooden sign standing where the land grows quiet? Or the coast itself? There are places where answers feel too small. This is one of them. You can describe the structure. You can name the beach. You can point the river mouth, the sea, the horizon, the path along the stones. But none of that explains why the place feels like a pause between two worlds. Land and sea, near and far, arrival and departure, safety and uncertainty. Maybe the beacon matters because it stands exactly there. Not fully in the world of land, not fully in the world of sea. A marker at the crossing. A reminder that every journey needs a point from which distance can be measured. And every return needs something familiar to appear on the horizon. For some, this will only be a place on the coast, a beautiful view, a quiet walk, a maritime landmark. And that is enough. A place does not become smaller because we understand it simply. But if you stand still, if you let the wind move first, if you stop trying to turn every view into a photograph, you may feel another layer. The beach before the beacon, the water beyond the stones, the sky above the old wood, the silence between two waves. And for a moment, the coast no longer feels like scenery. It feels like presence. Not dramatic, not frightening, just aware. As if it has watched enough people leave to understand distance. As if it had watched enough people return to understand hope. The tide will change again. The sand will shift. The wind will erase today, as it has erased so many days before. Tomorrow, new footprints will appear. Tomorrow, new eyes will find the beacon. Tomorrow, someone will stand here and feel that strange quiet without knowing exactly why. And the old sign will remain, not speaking, not explaining, only standing. A wooden shape at the edge of the sea, a point of return, a witness, a question. So look around one last time. The beach, the stones, the water, the sky, the beacon. Nothing here is moving quickly. And maybe that is why it can stay with us. The coast does not speak loudly. But if you stand still long enough, you may hear what it keeps between the wind and the sea. Thank you for watching. This is Panoria 360.